Red, red wine goes to my head.
Boom! Chicken-laka! Tyrion, Game of Thrones. Hi, everybody. Hi, Noga.
Hi, Gil.
How are you doing? Boom! We are still predicting Game of Thrones Season 8.
Wow.
We have only 2 videos left to predict what is going to happen. Today we want to predict Tyrion Lannister. Tyrion Lannister. So I know you have a lot of things to say from a psychoanalytical perspective about Tyrion. Most of it will keep for the season and for after the season. But some of it we'll do here in this video. So I'll give you my prediction and then you psychoanalyze it and give us a taste of the things to come about Tyrion.
Okay.
So I think Tyrion will lose the Game of Thrones. I think he will be the big loser of everything. He will end up in exile, alone, drinking, knowing things, writing with his books in Essos.
Every day I spend my time drinking wine, feeling fine, waiting here to find the sign.
זה כבר אמרתי לך, אבל נכון פה את לא. כשאני אגיד לך משהו חדש, את מגיבה כמו מישהי ששומעת משהו חדש. את יודעת איך מתנהגת מישהי ששומעת משהו חדש?
איך? Okay.
And also, I've said it, I think, during season 7 or after season 7, I think he will lose his tongue. I think this also has been foreshadowed because the best thing about him is his ability to talk.
He enjoys talking.
We all enjoy what we're good at.
So right now he is still with Daenerys. He will betray Daenerys, move over to Sansa. We'll go into more details about this prediction once the season starts. He will move to Sansa, and in order to prove himself to Sansa, he will do what his father did to prove himself to Robert. He will rush to King's Landing, where his sister Cersei will be held up. He will tell her, open the gates, I'm your family, I will help you. She will open the gates, he will sack the city, so he will do what his father did, what he criticized his father for doing. Sack the city, get Sansa the throne, and then Sansa will just discard him, say, no, you can't be my hand of the queen. Sorry. And then his mouth will betray him for the last time. He will start to badmouth her, maybe also his brother Jaime, because his brother Jaime will be the hand of the king, the hand of the queen, and he will pay for that with his tongue. And I think it will be very dramatic. I can see that you are already dramatized by the whole event. I can see the emotion on your face. This is not the emotion that I was going for, but okay. And I think, so maybe he will just like tease her, okay, you know what, cut off my head. Or then she will say, you want maybe to go to the wall, which is like cutting off your penis, but then no, cutting off your tongue, boom, move away. You will be sad and alone with his servants, rich, tongueless, writing stuff. First of all, what do you think? And second of all, put your psychologist hat on.
Okay.
You guys have hats, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we do. In psychotherapy, all we do is wear different hats.
Make yourself great again.
Yes. So, first of all, wow.
Good.
Wow, what a
Very
prediction.
good.
It's very interesting, very dramatic and very tragic. He will have a tragic ending, that he will lose the thing that...
And just
Okay.
imagine him just screaming at the throne room, I did everything, I'm the brain behind you, Sansa, and you take Jaime, he's just a stupid asshole, I'm the big shot here, blah, 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 blah.
Well, first of all, when you said cut off his tongue, I thought about, in the past we spoke about Tyrion and about him castrating his father and killing his father like Oedipus, basically. And in the story about Oedipus, he cuts off his eyes, like he pokes his own eyes and he becomes blind. Oedipus, his eyes are the most important thing to him, his sight. And here it's like, you're saying the tongue is the most important thing to Tyrion.
Right.
So it's also, I mean,
It fits.
it fits. But
Okay.
it's not self-inflicted, but it could be. You know?
Yeah, it's self-inflicted, like in the way that he brought it on himself, if this is the way it goes. Also, I'm thinking just now, so Jaime is better at him at anything except ruling, right?
Right.
More beautiful, stronger. Their sister slept with him and not with him.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something going on there.
Yeah.
And then he becomes better at him, better than him at ruling. Wow, that will hurt.
Yeah.
Sibling rivalry.
My dear brother, you wound me.
Like therapists have different heads, then siblings in family have different roles.
Okay.
So you're saying that maybe Tyrion felt very comfortable in like the intellectual, verbal role, and now it's been taken away from him, like or maybe like the power that kind of role earns you, and
The respect.
the respect that it earns you, and basically that's his only like survival quality. Like we saw him survive, as a slave. That's how he managed to get away from it, and taking that away from him would mean that he has no survival skills other than that.
Right.
So it's like
And money. He has money.
he has money for now. We don't know. The Lannisters are not really the Lannisters anymore, and if he doesn't have someone to back him up, then he has nothing. So basically, from what you're describing, if we look at someone like that, other than the fact that he will become even more disabled than he already is, then taking away his only survival skill is basically like a unbearable annihilation anxiety.
Ooh, that sounds very bad.
It is very bad.
It is very bad.
It is very bad.
Is it unbearable?
It's sometimes unbearable.
So what does it mean? Unbearable annihilation anxiety.
There is the premise that we all suffer from annihilation anxiety, like the fear of death, and like also annihilation in psychological terms, like being afraid that the other will take over our subjectivity, and we will be annihilated as subjects, and maybe we'll still be alive, but it will be like a psychic death in a way.
If he betrays Daenerys, he goes to, this is all ifs. If he betrays Daenerys, if he goes to King's Landing, if he betrays his sister, if he sacks the city, and then at the end he doesn't get what he wants, wow, that would be very, very, very hard. I really wish that this would all happen, because I think this is a great conclusion to his story. This would be part of the bitter end of the bittersweet
Not
ending.
sweet for him. There's
Not
nothing
sweet for him.
Yeah.
He will be maybe his end will be like the bitter rest, I think, just because we root for him so much and we want him so much to succeed. I feel that the story would challenge our allegiances. Are we for the specific people, or are we for the greater good, the realm? So this would be maybe a prime example, like the favorite character of most of the viewers, whatever. And then he will have such a tragic ending. Yes. Let me see if I forgot anything. Do you have?
Yes.
You were okay. Go.
This is a guy that never felt like he truly belonged anywhere, and he was somewhat of a nihilist because of that. Like there was nothing there to belong to and nothing there to fight for, and therefore you have to drink because tomorrow you might. With Dany, he really put his trust into that, and he really put his hope into that, and so having that just eradicated.
But he will
do it to himself,
right.
You're saying.
And we already saw it very prominently in season 7. She decided to burn Randyll Tarly. He didn't want her to burn Randyll Tarly. He told her, let's attack the rock, attack there. Everything went the wrong way. He told her, don't go to the wall. She went to the wall. And now she's going to be with Jon. And we already saw in the first episode, she's going to come in with Jon. She's not going to come in with her Hand of the Queen. So what's his position? So maybe he will feel slighted, and that will be part of the reason for him to move to Sansa. He was married to. Maybe then she will say, Sansa will say, I can't trust you. You were with her, now you want to be with me? Yeah, no, thanks.
But also identification with the aggressor, like that's what Freud said. I mean, that basically.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know everything about Freud by now. No one knows everything about Freud. But, well, some people claim they do, but, well, anyway. So
This is some internal
yeah, exactly. So part of what happens in the Oedipal complex is that part of its resolution is that the boy identifies with his father. But he does experience his father as the aggressor, the one who could castrate him and did castrate possibly his mother and sister and etc. But he does have to be like his father in order to be with someone like his mother when he grows up. So unconsciously he identifies with him, and even though he thinks that he's doing things the other way, like 180 degrees, basically it's 360 degrees, and he goes back to the same place. Just goes back to the same place where his father was. But that's part of his repetition compulsion, like this kind of self-sabotaging, perhaps.
Yes.
He wants to break it, but he ends up doing the same things over and over again. And this is also part of the main theme, maybe, of like the dialectical materialism that...
Very apparent in the story.
Yeah.
We think.
We think.
We hope.
We hope. We hope because we hope we're right.
Yes. Okay. So last shot, I think we'll see him writing his book. Like this is Itamar's prediction, like Machiavelli, the prince, whatever, the monarch. And so maybe in the long run, like Machiavelli, he lost everything. But in history, he won because everybody remembers him. More so than the Medici prince who didn't want to have him over and advise him. So he would write his magnum opus and would drink wine and look at his vineyards.
I'd like to have my own vineyard,
He mentioned it.
make my own wine. The imp's delight. Only my close friends could drink it.
And I can't wait to see it. So tell us what you think. And I feel that this camera is a bit too low and that my face is cut off. And this
Now
is
you
the
feel
end.
that.
Can you look maybe if I am cut off from the forehead? No, you take it with you. Take it with you.
Okay.
At the end of the video, this is the exact time to see.
This is
if
the
my
drama.
face-
This is the tragic ending. It's like a very...
Very cut off.
No, not very cut off, but like, yeah,
Can you see the top of my head?
just barely.
Just barely. So it's usable.
It's usable.
Yes, it's usable. So
Crisis averted.
crisis averted. Thank you everybody for watching. Subscribe to get all our videos during the season, after the season. Boom. We'll see you all next time. Bye everybody.
Bye.
In my life.